Hey guys, this is Oracle Daphne. My name is Beth, and I'm back again doing your April 2015 monthly tarot horoscopes. This is for everyone with their sun, moon, or ascendant in Gemini. Yay! And I am just going to give you a little bit of an update. I am going to be doing my sex and relationships videos for in sometime in the month of April. I'm not sure when. I have taken a couple days off to do these videos, and we'll see how much I can get through. As you know, my videos are quite long, longer than most other, psychics videos. So it does take a lot of time to do this, and the sex and relationship ones are also take just as long. So we'll see. I also did complete my financial deck, which I'm sure you guys will love to see. And I'm going to be recording those as well. So I've got a lot coming up here for April, so stay tuned. And I am going to send you a little bit of magic with my magical scarf your way, because everybody could use some magic. And as you know, I'm not really a scarf person, but I think I've started to become a scarf person just because everybody likes the magic that I send them in my videos. So I figure, why not buy a scarf? So I'm just going to roll out a new spread for you guys, see what you guys get. Again, this is for everyone with their sun, moon, or ascendant in lovely Gemini for the month of April. Excuse me. Okay, you have what I call a very hot and cold spread, okay? So that means it's very, he loves me not, he loves me not. But then again, Gemini is, you've got two sides. So on the one side, you're really into life in April. On the other side, you want to tell everybody to eat shit and die, and basically to go fuck themselves, There's really no other way to put it. I mean, that's kind of how I see April, especially the end April. Again, I'm going to be doing my mid-April video, so things can shift and things can change. But right now, as I see it, the view for April looks like it's very hot and cold. So to start off with, I'm actually going to start at the foundation, because this is not a good foundation, and I want to address it right away. So what you've got right now in the position of the foundation is the Miser card, okay? And the Miser, as we all know, is someone who is holding on very tightly to their money, okay? The Miser is being introverted rather than extroverted. And the Miser is kind of greedy and selfish, and money, this can indicate money loss, but this is also not wanting to give or spend money, okay? This is kind of hanging on tightly. This is also clinging on to the past, okay? Not wanting things to change, not letting things go, just kind of clinging on very tightly. The Miser is a person who, even if they have a whole stockpile of gold coins, okay? Their bank account is full. It's someone who doesn't want to spend it. Someone who just wants to hang on to it. Someone that likes to look at the beautiful, large size of their bank account and just admire the view, And then if and they have to give to anybody, they go out and they buy some cheap shit, Cheap shit like, from the dollar store, that kind of thing. Not to rank on the dollar store or anything, because you can get some stuff, okay, stuff there, but I guess, but it's more just like, just not quality, okay? And so this is coloring the whole reading. This means in the month of April, either you're concerned about losing money, or you're concerned about money loss, and I'm going to go so far as to say, do not do any kind of crazy investing in April for you Geminis, okay? I know the stock market should continue to improve, but then again, who am I to really analyze the stock market? I'm not an investor by any means, and so it would be a long shot for me to really be accurate in this department. So don't hold me accountable for this, okay? I'm not legally liable for any losses in this regard. However, I will say that when this comes up in the foundation, this is not a good time for you to invest, in my humble personal opinion. Okay? So this is a time when you need to be more giving to others. In order for you to receive more from the universe, you need to open your palms and give. You need to reach into your pocket, pull out some of that money and spend it on something that I'm getting on either charity, something for charity, or do something nice for somebody else, okay? This would be, an act of kindness. I don't care if you go to Starbucks and pay it forward, where you buy coffee for the person behind you. You say, you know what, I've got this. This is on me, Those of you who are very giving, it may just be that you're concerned about your finances, really concerned. In the month of April, you're concerned about, you don't want to lose money. Maybe you're just treading water and things are kind of the way you want things to be, status quo. Maybe things have been that status quo for a while. And it is possible for some of you that you are clinging on to the past and you don't want to let that go. For those of you who are treading water, it's important, you need to feng shui your apartment for finances, okay? I don't care if you get, what's called a money mojo bag, or, a little magic charm bag, or do like a money urn, or do some feng shui. I don't care if you wear green underwear every day. Something that's going to bring in more money, okay? And by being giving, or at least thinking about being giving, this will help, okay? But I feel like, and I'm talking a lot about this card right now because it is the foundation. And without a foundation, we've got the Leaning Tower of Pisa, okay? And this is not exactly the Leaning Tower because it feels like there is some hot and cold things going on. So I wouldn't go as far as say it's the Leaning Tower of Pisa. I would say, things are not about to crumble here, Gemini. I'm not saying they're about to crumble here. You're not on a sinking ship, but you're close to it, okay? So you want to be very careful about your financial decisions in April. I want you to be as giving as you can. I want you to feng shui your apartment or your house or your office. I don't want you to go out and I would not buy anything big. Okay, any kind of big spending I would avoid. Any kind of big investments I would avoid. Any kind of big risks I would avoid. Okay. It just doesn't feel like that's the time for you. Now, some of you have plans and things that are going on. Who am I to ruin, rain on your parade, okay? If you know for sure you're going to make money at something, then by all means go and do it. But I'm saying, for the most of you, there is going to be a focus more on kind of, watching your money very carefully. Some of you need to not watch it as much and not cling on to it if you have it. If you don't have it, you need to be very careful about how you're spending it, and you also need to work on feng shuiing things and kind of work on your relationship to money so that money can come in for you. So now, in the heart of the reading, you've got this frustration in reverse card. Frustration is kind of just frustration, in my mind. Even if it's in the upright where you've made up after a fight or arguments, there's still an underlying thing of frustration. There's the relationship causes you, the relationship that you're in, whether it's a partner, whether it's your parents, or whether it's family oriented, causes you stress. Okay? And in the reverse position, it means you're going to make up after a fight. This is kissing and making up. Geminis are really good, and I'll wink here, really good at kissing and making up, okay? Because they're all about, on the one hand, they really get really, really mad. On the other hand, they're all lovey-dovey. So, they need to finding that balance makes them really happy, Okay, so going from one side to the other, they're the master at going from one side to the other. Okay, well, I wouldn't go so as far as saying a master. Okay, they're not good at coming back. Okay, they're good at running away, but not good at coming back. No offense to Geminis, but um, anyway, I don't want to go on. I don't want to again rank on you too hard here. But so in your relationships in April, the beginning of April, you're going to be kind of kissing and making up. Make those little kissy, you know, you can do that. You can message me with those little kisses, you know, that this is that moment. Okay, kissy. Okay, and it's going to be with this guy, okay? Could be a girl too. But I see it mostly as a guy. You know, your knight in shining armor. This is a Cancer, Pisces, a Libra, or Scorpio male, okay? Or somebody with some strong water in their chart. So you're making up with that dude. Or you're making up with your partner and some other dude is riding into your life. Yeah, this is a new partnership. I feel like this is like the same thing though. I feel like the person that you're making up with is this guy. If you're a guy, Gemini, then you need to ride the waves of emotion that are, you know, you may be dealing with a female that is a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, or Virgo. You need to ride the waves of emotion in the relationship. There's a lot of emotion with this person, with your partner, okay? Those of you who are single, you may just be frustrated. I feel like your frustration is with finances. Those of you who are single, Gemini singles, you know, I feel like you need to, I guess, let go with the flow in April and let things happen in your life play out. Let's see where the cards fall, okay, for you. See how things go. This is not a time to cling on, okay? This is a time to just go with the flow, you know, start things new. If you're dealing with this, Gemini females, if you're dealing with this guy can be a player, okay? This is no joke. He is someone who's looking for an emotional connection, but doesn't know how to find it, okay? This is someone who will sleep with everybody and their cousin, but claim that they're looking for love, you know? So, you know, my suggestion always is with this person, don't sleep with them right away. Okay, Gemini guys, this could be you being a player, okay? Sleeping around. Gemini guys who are single, okay? Gemini guys who are in relationships, I feel like you are kind of in a cycle, and I feel like you've been in a cycle for a while now. I feel like this has come up before, where you're good at fighting and kissing and then making up. You know what I mean? So that's kind of how I feel. And then in the recent past, you got the King of Cups. And the King of Cups is emotional contentment. Can be an older male, okay, in your life. Gemini, this could be you in the recent past. Feeling, you know, if you're an older Gemini guy, this could be you feeling really good about things. Feeling like your cup kind of runneth over as far as feeling content, feeling happy, feeling good, feeling, you know, just, you know, kind of on your A game, you know. You know, Gemini females, this is just also feeling really good. Recently in the past, coming to this place of peace and contentment, having a lot of strong emotional contentment. You know, this is the grandfather. So if you're close with your grandfather, or, you know, somebody you know is close with their grandfather, this is them kind of popping up and saying, hey, I'm here, and, you know, I'm here supporting you, you know, that kind of thing. So what's crowning you is the Sun card, okay? And the Sun card is that point in time, and I go back to aeclectic.net. I reread the story of the Fool, and it's the Fool coming to, in a way, this garden where there's children are playing and the sun is shining, and after the dark night of the soul, the Fool is like, the sun feels so good, it feels amazing. And to me, in my deck, it's a feeling of being in that place of joy. Your day in the sun is kind of crowning you. It's kind of in the now. You have this two things that are going on. To me, this is the miser is the low. Okay, it's that low, negative, greedy, selfish place, okay, of me, 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 me. Has to be all about me, me, me. And this is all about, light and love and sun and happiness and others and doing for others, being there for others. So I would say that you need to find the balance between, and it's funny because in the middle of this whole reading, this guy is, to me, swimming, floating. That's the balance, floating, okay, in between sinking and the air. You've got the water here, and then you've got the air. So it's that balance, right? It's floating. You're floating through April. That's kind of my feeling. You're in this midpoint. It's weird. It's kind of like you're between two things. The sun is major arcana. It's coming to that place after going through so much and feeling so good to be in that, waking up and feeling that good. So I feel like you're going to have some lows in April, this low vibe, but you're also going to have this very high vibe. And then in the position of what you don't see coming is the business partnership card. This can also indicate, you being in a relationship and your partner, you're being very supportive of your partner. Can be, and the thing is these two, because they, in a magical kingdom, she'd support him, and then he'd support her, and then she'd support him again. So it's like, this is about, I see it as being a very supportive relationship, whether it's a coworker that you're supporting or they're supporting you, or whether it's a business relationship that you have maybe with a partner, or maybe it's a relationship where it's personal, where you're Gemini guys, I feel like you're doing the supporting here. You're in the supporting role, but remember, I feel like the relationship that you are in, Gemini, if you're in a relationship, is mutual, okay? So they do support you. Maybe they don't support you as much as you support them, but they do support you. So that's a really positive. Okay, so this is where it kind of splits. Goes into more hot and cold here, okay? So we've got, in the position of emotions, we've got the Moon card, okay? And this is a dark place to be, okay? So you got the sun, which is like bright, shining. And we have the moon, which is actually covered by clouds, where you can't even see the light of the moon, which is just the light of the sun reflected, because of negative thinking, being in a very, very negative emotional state, being confused, going around in circles, not knowing what to do, being There's this, to me, this is being fake, not, lying. Be careful, Gemini, in April. The things that come out of your mouth, because Gemini has a tendency to be really good at little white lies, which they kind of write off as nothing, but eventually those things add up. The card is about, in career, feeling lost and directionless, okay? And Gemini, you need to take 2 steps or make 1 phone call and do something different, whatever it is. You need to do it now. It's about taking action, because Geminis, you don't take enough action when it comes to these kinds of things, okay? You get stuck in indecisive mode for so long. So emotionally, you're undecided, okay? Your emotions are just kind of going everywhere. And you need to make a decision, but because you can't make the decision, I would say you just need to take some action. You need to kind of shit and get off the pot. You just need to get off the pot, even if you don't shit. You just need to go and get out of the house and take the action. Grab your purse and go. Get in the car and go. It's one of those things, because if you don't, you're just going to stay in this position, where you're emotionally just kind of like, getting kind of your panties in a tither, because you're just unable to figure out what it is that you want. And you need to ask for help. This is a card where it's about asking for help. This is the time to see your therapist, Gemini. This is the time to reach out to others. This is the time to get counsel. This is the time to call me if you'd like to have a private reading. This is a time to really figure things out. But for Gemini, it's more important that they just go out and find a job, whatever they can get, and figure it out later, because they could spend a lifetime trying to figure out what the best job's going to be and how they're going to get there and what the best career move is, and they're going to outthink themselves, and then it's just going to be like they don't get anything done. So this is about being real and going out there. Don't hide behind the computer. Don't wear a lot of makeup. I'm getting, for some of you ladies, kind of go minimal on the makeup. Be as real as you can. If you dye your hair, dye it like a natural color that would be like your normal color, and grow your hair out and just wear. it's all about being real, authentic. If you wear glasses, try to get contacts so you don't have anything hiding. Geminis are like the masters at like doing this. This is how they go through. This is how they go through. It's a completely different look, right? Why? Because they, there's this element of hiding their real self. Because in a way, they're worried. There's a lot of insecurity, I feel, for Geminis. For them to show their real self to the world is a little bit scary. Because their real self is a little bit scary. Their real self is really, I feel like, volatile. I feel like Geminis have a volatility. They can be one way or they can be the other. It's almost like they're bipolar, okay? So on any given day, they could switch into bipolar mode and be almost like it seems like a different person. And the thing is, it's time to stop hiding whoever you really are, Gemini. Whatever that realness is, whatever you're not doing, but you really want to do, that it's time to do that, because that is what's going to make you happy. So we go from the sun to the moon. Now we're going to go to the 2 things that really clash in the reading more than anything else. Is we've got what's coming in from the outside, the 2 of Cups, which is love, okay, which is commitment, which is romance. And then what we have in the position of attitude is the heartbreak. So we have the heart, which is happy. It's a happy heart. It's a beating heart. It's alive. It's a relationship that's alive and kicking, okay? That's the universe is bringing you. But for some reason, you're blocked from, well, okay, I'll just say it. You're blocked from this engagement, which would be a marriage proposal or a marriage, or this is even moving. This is also needing to kind of get back out there, maybe in relationships, could be with this person because of this pain. Now it's interesting, this card has come up with several of the other signs, and I have shuffled my deck. I promise you I have. But for some reason, people, I feel like in the month of April, need to examine. There is this element of being scared of getting hurt, carrying the pain that they have had from past relationships. I feel like this, for you, Gemini, is the main thing that you need to get over in April, okay? This is for you. You're literally blocked from a new relationship because of the loss and pain and suffering from your old relationship. You need to be ready for the change. You need to be ready for maybe even a new lesson in relationships. It's not going to be where you get into the new relationship and you go to the same old shit. No. You may be in a cycle. For those of you who are single and, trying to get back out there, you may be in a cycle, yes. But I feel like what's coming in or what's trying to come in for you is something really, really positive. So cycle or not, believe it or not, heartbreak or not, these two things in combination, this is commitment and this is proposal. This is marriage. For those of you who are already married, I feel like there's something that, again, is going to happen for you towards the end of April. You guys get into a fight. Because to me, you're fighting. Those of you who are in a relationship, you're fighting and then you're kissing and making up. You're fighting and then you're kissing and making up. It seems very, again, hot and cold. Emotionally, you feel lost. Your attitude is you feel hurt. So you got lost, you got hurt, you got frustrated. There's a lot of stuff going on here in April. And to kind of, you got to find the balance because, and you literally need to get over this pain. You need to get over this suffering, this pain. That's most important so that you can have this. I want everybody to have this because this is amazing. This is a commitment. This is love. This is, the light of intuition. This is marriage. This is the big deal. It's interesting because, you may be, Gemini, you may be in a relationship with an Aries, okay? Because Aries got this card, the Three of Swords. You may also be in a relationship with an Aquarius, Gemini, because Aquarius also got this card. There's some overlap here between you guys where there is, I feel, an imminent pain that you must deal with. Whether it's caused by a fight by your spouse or whether it's caused girlfriend or boyfriend or whether it's just feeling like you're not ready. If you're single, you are not ready for the commitment. There may be someone that wants to come into your life. There's someone maybe that that really loves you, but you're keeping them at arm's length because you're not ready for the commitment. I am going to pull a final card to get a final message for you guys because I feel like that's important. You did get the Knight of Swords, which I feel like can be an Aquarius guy. So again, you may be in a relationship with an Aquarius, okay? The Knight of Swords is fighting, and this could be you, Gemini guys, Gemini females, this could be you, too. Where you're fighting, you're determined to fight and win something, okay? Whether it's a lawsuit or whether it's an argument, you're very determined, okay? The word is determined to win. The problem is that chances are, because of this determination to win, you're going into a relationship or into an argument where the person that's going to get hurt is most likely going to be you. Because even though you may win the argument, they're going to say some stuff that hurts you. So just be very careful. That would be my word of caution, Gemini. Be very careful. Be very careful about your finances this month. Be very careful about arguments and fighting this month. I feel like it's going to be a tough month for you as far as relationships because you're blocked emotionally. And in your attitude, you're heavily blocked from enjoying those things. You know, right now, what I would say right now in the, beginning of April to mid-April, you may feel kind of like on another level. You know, things may be really good. You may be enjoying the springtime. Things are just moving along, you know, yada, yada. And then it kind of hits you, this kind of emotional negativity, feeling very depressed, feeling like, you know, very hurt, feeling like, you know, you're not ready to move on in relationships. However, the world is saying, the universe is saying, it's time to move on, Gemini. You must face your fears. You must let the pain go. You must let the past go, and you must move on. And when you do, it's going to be really great, okay? Now, for those of you who are already married, to me, it seems like you need to let go of the argument. Let go of whatever the argument, if you're getting into an argument, so let it go. Don't hold on to it. And love your spouse as much as you can. And that would be my last suggestion for you. So anyways, I wish you guys the best, and be in touch. Email me if you'd like a private reading, and I send you lots of love. Big kisses. And I will talk to you soon. Okay, take care.